So what do we got here? Eichenwalde, Anna / Stiva. I'm guessing it's mostly Anna though, because it was only written as Anna. Silver, 1900. Versus goats. Oops. That's interesting. Goats and silver? This has got to be fun to watch. Something's... Okay. Also, is it... like they're playing as a 6-stack? Yep. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So this is... okay. So you're playing as a 6-stack, so I'm actually going to just take out... like, you know, you're working with comp. So this and this is just never good together. 2 main heals. Healing in Overwatch is already strong enough as it is. So having 2 main healers when you're one running a Pharah already, it's gonna take me some time to get used to this new bar, because I've never really used it. Okay. One more time. If you're gonna run this, swap this to Zen, Mercy even. Maybe get something that can help with this, maybe. But in all fairness, I'd rather swap this out over here for a Mercy and run on a Mercy if you're gonna run heavy tanks. The reason for that is just because, you know, Mercy and an off healer, so like let's say it's Mercy Lucio, with heavy tanks like Ryan Zarya, these two are just going to get melted. They're not going to get a lot done. You're pretty much pocket the Pharah at this point, and you'd have to get a lot of value out of her. And then you're running the Genji as well. The Genji pick is... it's okay. Like you're running 2-2-2, like that's fine. Also, it's a level 5 endorsement. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I just have a problem with how you're going to construct this, because if they are running goats, which you said they're going to be running goats, your front line's probably going to get run over a little bit without speed, which is okay if you had Ana Lucio, but with the Moira, it's not going to... it doesn't matter how much heals you have, it's just not worth it. So let's see. They're running their own Moira, we just saw the orb come by. I'm interested to see how you guys are going to play this. Already taking a lot of damage from the start. The other big thing too is you're running so much heals here, right? But you have no way to get through this choke quickly if they're running spam. And the other problem here is, yeah, you have all the heals in the world, but it's like you don't need to be healed if you're not taking that much damage, and you don't take that much damage with a shield up. So you could just walk through this choke here and go off to the left. I'll pull it up right now just so we can get an actual completely full idea of what I'm talking about. So on Eichenwalde first here, you come as Ryan. So if you're coming up with an Ana Moira, you're going to be very slow, and you're going to slowly walk through the choke, come through here, and then you're either going to go towards them, or you're going to go this way. With the no speed, you're pretty much forced to go this way. And the reason for that is so you can charge up shield over here. That also means though if they push you from their side, like over here, you're already one at a disadvantage. 2, once they come and they rotate from over here back over here, you're at a disadvantage again, because this isn't just a great spot to be in, not great sight lines, and they just have the advantage. So like typically if you go this way, it's to set up to go the other way, or you're speeding past quickly to try to get past them, whatever it is. But running so much heals, it just doesn't... it's not as good as people think. If you have one main healer, you're typically okay. Mercy's kind of in the middle now, because like, you know, if you want to stick, if you have a pharmacy and you want to stick a Mercy with her, that's fine. But then, you know, there's going to be certain situations where you run heavy tanks, and you're going to want them to be healed too, and Lucio can't cut it, so you're going to need to do on a Mercy. But that's pretty much as close as to double main heals as you're getting. Anything past that is just kind of not really worth it. And even then, you'd have to play a very different play style. So, Ana Lucio would be the play over Moira. Moira just doesn't have a great kit. Moira with the boost does, but that just made old quad tank, I guess, better. But I bet you're going to see it here with how much damage you're going to take, and you're going to be surprised that you can't heal it up as fast as you think you can. Someone's dying in the corner. I don't know if that's totally your fault. Like, he gets 200 to 0'd by a Moira right click. That's not really your fault. But here's the big problem already. You're not going to make it through this damn choke. I bet you're going to be at this choke the whole game.
Okay, come back. We got no right. We got no gun.
Does your fairy die? She's over top? I'm guessing your fairy is above you right now. If he just kills her. Shield's about to be broken. It's a good sleep. So you're already at such a disadvantage here that what you're doing right now is honestly fine.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
The thing is, though, when you're running this Moira, the next thing you're going to want to do is this needs to go... Fuck, I can't do it. This is going to need to be offensive. You need to get a purple to really be effective here. Because you have so much raw healing already, you need to have some kind of playmaking material, and that's your play. If this is what you're going to run, that's your play for you. So the second this Visaria bubble breaks, I'd anti-her. So you hit the sleep, which is nice, but you're 5 HP. So you're going to have to either nade yourself or get healed up. You actually were getting healed up and didn't nade yourself. So, like, the second this happens, where you get hit and you get knocked to 5 HP, the nade should immediately be coming out. So if it's not immediately coming out, that probably means you're not paying much attention to this. So that's number one. But actually it ends up working out in your favor that you weren't paying attention to it. So you end up getting healed back up by your Moira at 7 HP here. Right? So you're fine. You go to take cover. She starts healing you. You're good. You're safe. You're very safe here. And then you throw a nade. So you lose your nade ability that you're going to have on the next push. You would have used it either right away or not at all. Using it both and late, just it doesn't make a lot of sense. But you still hit the nice sleep on the Zarya, which was good.
Oh, damn, Ryan.
So you want to see what the one part you fuck up here is? You want to see it?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So you guys make a play here. Right here. Everybody's all-inning, right? You're seeing the DMAC. Zarya's probably going to be running out. You're sitting at the choke here, scoping in, when we could be hip firing and walking towards our team. So we know that they're going to chase once they turn this corner. That's what people will do, especially... You're playing in silver, right? Everybody just is hold W until they kill something, or hold W until they find someone, and like just walk around in circles, or they'll hold S and then wait till they come to them. That just... Being there too late is kind of... It doesn't give you an opportunity to make a play. Where you could have maybe nanoed the Ryan when he was overcommitting. So don't get me wrong, that's his fault for overcommitting. But you're as a support, like that's going to start wanting to climb. You're going to want to be able to anticipate when people make mistakes like that. So first thing I notice right here, this Moira is way too overcommitted on you, right? So she's trying to kill you, right? She's not going to kill you like that quickly, but it will happen, right? Now watch your health bar. So it's going down slowly. Your nade's coming off cooldown. Walk towards her here. Walk towards her. And nade the ground. Now, I think she gets bubbled here if I remember right, so that's okay. But the effort needs to be there to at least try to get the anti-nade on her and the healing on yourself. So you just huck it at her. Well, the bubble comes actually after. And you don't heal yourself, and you just kind of die to it.
Get the Moira.
So the biggest thing I've noticed right off the bat from those first fights, you're not paying attention to this nearly enough. This needs to be just second nature, but until it's second nature, consciously watch it.
fucking killing everybody. She's the only one that's doing something. That goes.
You also have your Moira running around DPSing, which is
Yeah, guys, we gotta kill the Moira.
it's why why having a Moira is just not gonna help you.
And guys, the thing about goats is as soon as one character dies,
I do want to hear this.
Yeah.
and guys, the thing about goats is as soon as one character dies, it's like
Let me make sure it's turned up over here too.
it falls apart. So if
Just focus on killing.
just kill one, kill Moira, and
When
then
one hero
just-
when one hero dies, goats falls apart is true in high level play, and it's not even always true. It's only the only reason you see that is because if they're still squaring off in the beginning and setting up, and somebody gets a pick, that's a massive advantage, right? And that's when you can push in. But that's goats v goats mirror. In your comp, you could get 2 picks and probably still lose this. Actually, you probably will still lose this.
I'll try and get her.
The other problem here is with running this Pharah, he literally is going to get poked out by this D.Va, Zen, and Zarya and just die on respawn. Your Pharah is going to be playing Respawn Simulator for the rest of this game.
I'll try to. No, she ate it. She ate my name.
That's also why in regular goats, when you see Brigitte, Lucio, Zen mirror match, the reason you see that, and then when you see when teams run Ana, they only run the Ana against Sombra goats, and the point of that is because the other team is getting rid of their D.Va for a Sombra. The reason that teams don't always run Ana is because what you just saw right here. Circle will get there in a second.
I'll try and get her. Only a Moira can kill another Moira.
I'll try to.
Right there. That is why teams do not run D.Va. Run Ana in regular goats or in matchups, because you can DM if a target gets low, you can isolate them just like people do with the Winston bubble with DM and keep them from healing completely. So, just a little knowledge for you. That's why you'll see people pull out the Ana in goats.
No, she ate it. She ate my name.
Just a quick tip, you don't need to hit the eraser, you can just press the trash can to clear all drawings. Where's the trash can? There's the trash can. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. That actually makes my life easier.
Okay. Go. W. Press those W. Moira sleeping. Go. Okay. Go. W. Press those W.
Fantastic.
Moira sleeping. Go.
Why?
Go. W. Press those W.
Fantastic.
Moira sleeping. Go.
Why?
Go.
Great play. Throw it out the window. Use both of your cooldowns. You now are no utilities. You got 0 value out of your 2 utilities now. None. There's no reason for that at all. Tell your team that she's on the ground, and if your Ryan swings on her ones and accidentally hits her, then you shoot her, throw your nade, and melee combo. One Ryan swing plus that combo, you would have killed her. So now you're just no utilities going into this fight. People are starting to get low, like...
Damn, I was behind a fucking corner.
I got a triple.
No mega lol. You're not behind the corner. Actually, I think this is about as open of an area as you could possibly in right now. You can actually see the cracks on the ground in front of you. See? They're right here. Like...
Damn, I was behind a fucking corner.
I got a triple. Come on.
We got res me.
That's okay. It's probably just rage. I do that in comp. I think we're starting to see though, is like even with all the healing you have, your tanks can't get there to do anything. Your DPS can't really do anything because it's versus goats. But I mean, like they're not being enabled either. They don't have the Mercy Pocket for Pharah, and the Genji's just a terrible pick. But altogether, you can't get the tanks there to do any damage. Your healing only does so much. Like you're getting a lot of healing, like raw healing, but it just doesn't really matter. Okay, so you grab Nano Blade. Okay, we'll see if that is actually what the combo is.
I got Nano. We got Nano Blade.
Yeah, with Nano Blade, alright?
Oh, wait, let's wait for Zarya.
I'm not sure if your Ryan's gotten a shatter yet, and the reason for that is he can't even get close.
Right, come here, Zarya.
Your Pharah is also playing Junkrat. Just I don't know if you guys are play as a team all the time, so you might want to just tell them that the whole point of Pharah is being able to take like nice off angles, being able to put damage up over this shield and whatnot. So playing where you are right now is you're playing Junkrat. So be careful. Any leaks? I'm not giving you any leaks.
Just let them use ults.
We got Nano Blade with the grab through then, alright?
Yeah.
Use all.
Make sure you don't get it eaten by D.Va.
We need to focus their healers more.
Nope, it's
Are
not.
you ready?
It's not focus the healers more. That is definitely not what the problem is.
Grab them. Nano.
He just did that.
What happened to that nade? I thought that was a good looking nade. What happened? I don't want to do that.
He just did that.
Let's see. Did he get eaten? Oh my god. It just... I think this is kind of unlucky, but it kind of misses. I mean, this is kind of just why it's just better to be safe and just throw it at the ground instead of trying to hit someone in the head with it. But it missed the whole graph. So you know how we were talking earlier about nading the ground in that situation when the Moira was 1v1ing you? It just kind of missed. I mean, it hits the Moira, but this is kind of why, like, just throwing it at the ground might be, like, a little bit better. Just because it just avoids, like, silly situations like that can happen. Because, like, yeah, Moira gets hit here, but it's not going to get any value. Because Moira's the one who's doing all the healing right now. And your team's probably not going to focus her anyways. So if you cut their healing off a little bit more... Are you going to try? Wait.
See?
I'm confused why you stopped moving. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
See?
I know you die, but like, let's say this becomes a winnable situation.
See?
You're standing still. Lucio just triple headshots you, and you just moves on for a day. I'm not really sure what's happening here.
See?
So like, I think you give up, but D.Va's 1 HP.
See?
Like right here during this, D.Va's 1 HP. Just shoot her once. Do you have that DMAC for the next fight? If you even get a next fight, or at least try to help your team a little bit? Because like, there's only a minute left. Why give up?
We got this, we got this.
Oh my god.
Guys.
I claim this objective.
We got this, we got this.
Guys.
Stay on point.
How did that hit me? What the fuck?
Let me watch that last fight one more time. I know you naded, but what did you try to nade?
Guys.
Stay on point.
I'm actually okay with that nade. Like, it's last fight, like, pressure situation, so it's not the greatest, but, you know, things are hitting the, like, shit's hitting the fan. It's not like this nade was to counteract Shatter, because it leaves his hand before the Shatter even comes out. And, like, considering the reaction time of how, you know, how this has been going, I don't think this was a 3 bajillion IQ hear the voice line throw. Just from the previous play. So I kind of like the attempt, but just a lot of just kind of wasting the cooldowns in general throughout this. Because especially as Ana, what gives you the advantage over Moira, now that this is where the silvers kind of start to hate me, because Moira is garbage. Ana has less raw healing than Moira, which every silver, or it's just in this match kind of sees, and my experience with the Pug lobbies is Moira is always the better healer because she can heal more. Smile. It's not true because Ana has burst healing with the nade. The extra healing output she gets with the nade while it's up. The cooldown of sleep, which is a CC ability that can deny ultimates, deny flankers, deny people that are trying to get onto her. She has better range, so where she can do damage from further away or healing from further away. She also has hit scan / projectile, so it's like she can put more, or this is like still the same range thing, but like the healing from range, not even just like her being able to play differently from range. And then her ultimate's actually useful, being nano. So that's why Ana's better. But the way that Ana's been played here is you're not taking advantage of these really. The couple sleeps we hit, the 2 we hit, one was really good, and then just woke her up immediately with the other cooldown we have. I mean, at minimum, I would like to see the Ana wombo combo where you shoot, throw the nade melee. I mean, there's a more advanced one, but I'm not. For flankers, it's a little like more difficult, or Moira who's going to fade away. It's just safer to be like, get a teammate and just be like, hey, you know, someone's sleeping. Ryan Sweet takes one swing at them. You shoot, throw the nade melee combo before they stand up and wake up. They die. So, even though I'm okay with that nade, just the in general before that. Goats isn't back nor dead. Okay, so here's the deal with Goats. This is what I think is what's going to happen with Goats. And I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows. Other stuff is very powerful and viable now. Here's the thing. People are so used to running Goats now that it's like their comfort pick. So they don't know what else to pick because that's what they would go to. So when Brigida came out, people would still kind of try to force dive, but it wouldn't work. So then that's how Double Sniper evolved. Then the reworks with Hanzo and obviously as well kind of played into that. Widow became super popular and powerful. Then we started to move towards Goats. I think Goats is going to be a niche map pick. So, for example, Lijiang Control Center. Still very powerful Goats map. Close quarters maps, Goats I think still reign supreme. But on a map like Gardens, where it's much more outside, much more difficult to kind of move things around. Quad, triple DPS probably will start being a little bit more popular. And even 2-2-2 is starting, maybe not on that map, but 2-2-2 is going to become a little bit more popular. Kings as well. King's going to be a difficult one. Kings is probably a lot of still Goats. Eichenwalde here actually probably might not be Goats anymore. Just with how second is built. Third, though, will be Goats. First and second can play with it. Third will be Goats. Alright.
We have to
So it's a D.Va defense?
be very careful about that.
Ryan needs to keep his shield up, Mercy needs to put damage with it.
So the first thing I'm seeing is if you're ever running a Bastion Bunker comp, ever, and you're on defense, that's a Reinhardt. That should be a Cow. That should be an Orisa. I can't draw an Orisa. I don't even know like what to start with. I'm not even gonna go near that. That should be an Orisa. Reason for that: better shielding. It's on a cooldown. It starts at 900. You can put another one down right after, so 1800. And then if they're breaking through your 1800 shield, you probably have a different problem already.
They're gonna speed.
Copy that.
If we kill the Lucio, we win.
You're also running Ashe. Interesting.
Dynamite the shit out of them, okay? Because they
I think you're pretty much anti-goats. That's what I'm looking at. Your Bastion's not set up, so there goes that.
They're going top. They're going top.
So this is the, okay. This goes from your Ana as well. I don't think Diva's your main hero to play, but I think you're just playing it here just to help out. This is your biggest issue I've noticed so far, is these are used whenever, wherever, on whoever, just for kicks. Here's an example.
They're going top.
We went 2 feet and burned micro missiles from Moira that still has Fade.
They're going top. They're going top. Look out.
So instead of being able to fly up here now,
They're going top.
being able to fly up here now and start pressuring them and then jumping off and like starting to build some ult, start to try to control some space. We have no abilities, no cooldowns. That goes on to every single hero that you have until you start to consciously think about why you're using ults, or not ults, cooldowns, and then realizing where they're supposed to be used and when they're supposed to be used. Until it can become second nature that you should be constantly thinking about it.
Until you get the bob. Keep burning them until you get bob. Okay, they're going back.
Where are they?
Up top too. Nope, they're not. No, they.
So, like, using micro missiles at this range is you're not really going to get much out of it. Right now, it's okay because they're not going to be pushing you, but they're probably going to push you when this is like 5 because they're waiting for their Moira, and she actually might even be back by this point. Yeah, there she is. They're just going up high ground. So even though you're using it right there, technically that instance is okay. It's the fact that I've seen it so many other times. It's not because it's like, oh, they're not going to push here. You used it because you could right then and there. So like, that's stuff you want to start being able to be consciously thinking like, okay, is it worth it me to use it here? Is it not worth it? Well, my team in silver decided to pick up goats. Diva flew to the right and Winston jumped to the left and Ryan just danced in the choke. First off, why do you have a Winston, Ryan, and a Diva in goats? Was that like the Team USA version? But you guys don't. Okay, like I'm not even gonna go near that. I also got the rules about unsubmitting VODs. Can I submit a VOD from my streams? It's all in Discord. All of it's in Discord. All the rules. I've done it so many times. It's easy to read. False Orisa is a horseman, Mom? Nope, she's a cow. They run Mercy Goats, new meta. I don't know about Mercy Goats ever being a thing. I did run we did run quad support one time in a King's Row scrim with Mercy, and we rolled. That was fun.
The top. About to drop down.
Okay. So you recognize they're gonna drop down here, right? So little plays you can make as Diva is if you're still using your cooldowns, if you were down here in the beginning, right? And you recognize that this is what they were going to do, is come up here, you could fly up here, boop someone off, and then fly back over to the high ground where you're at right now, all in that 2 seconds. So you'd be separating them immediately onto the low ground and forcing their hand. Or, here's the other pick. When you see them start to drop, you fly in for their back line and isolate them off from their main tanks that are going forward, because there's no shot in hell in silver that they're going to know that their supports are getting pressured up top and know how to have to play slow and wait for them to come back. So right here, right when you see this start happening, I'd be ready to go. So instead we chase the Reinhardt, which you end up getting him off your Bastion, but your Bastion's already dead. You win this? I'd be surprised if you win this. Yeah, this is Silver Goats. It's just the focus fire is really, really not great. Honestly, this right here, this uses micro missiles on the Reinhardt though. This is your best usage of cooldowns yet. That's what micro missiles is used for. Is for bursting down targets So people will like Pharah, if like divas will assassinate Pharah. So like you discord a Pharah, and then diva flies towards her, popping micro missiles. Like when she gets close, like gets in her face, starts blowing them up on her head, and then melees and finishes off this combo while she's flying down.
Run that.
200 HP. Even if she has a mercy pocket, we'll kill her. So you pick Brig here. Bold choice to pick Brig.
Brig dead.
You got her.
Zarya, focus on Zarya.
So during that, so you get out with the cooldown with your boosters, right?
Zarya,
So
Zarya,
they
Zarya.
managed to not kill you. I would have taken this right turn like you did right here and go behind the cart and like keep flying. So like this is like last fight, like trying to hold the point. Your boosters make you hard to hit. So don't stop moving. So it's like you come out of it and kind of just get demeched. So it's like you're probably getting demeched anyways, but make it as hard as possible. That's why you see the divas who have like, I don't know if they have it like have a mouse combo thing for it to like swap the right away to like 8,000 DPI and like fly around and do 4 million 360s, but there's a reason you see that.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna just go to shit.
Oh wow.
By the way, also, small note. Get your Demek back, which is really good. Nice job. You have bomb here, and you just use boosters, right? You have boosters ready on cooldown. I can tell someone hasn't watched my bombing video. Shameless self-plug. No. There's definitely an opportunity here to have a good bomb, or at least to make it something more difficult on them, so, instead of just cutting the jets right here and just letting go. So the idea of bomb here would be, so if you start over here to fly this way, boop them, and then make the jet upward, you'd wait until, okay, so if your bar is like this with your boosters, you'd want to wait till about here. So it'd be a 50% bomb. So it would blow up probably around this area somewhere. You'd probably do a lot more damage than just placing it behind the cart and then dying on it. You also might get to survive too because you get ejected out in the air.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're screwed from that game from the start. But the reason why you lose that first, like you lose this game right here. In all honesty. This is where you lose the game. Yes, I know I'm at 0-0. The reason you lose this game is because if you're going to play 6v6 in an LFG and you're going to see something like this, there's a reason why people don't play her at the highest level unless it's like against like quad DPS on like a very low ceiling, like Ilios Lighthouse. You might see a Moira on Goats because it's better than Zen because it has more survivability. That's when you might see her. But more healing doesn't equal more win. These two can't get forward. This one is just kind of useless, and this one can't be enabled to do anything. So, as a support player, you're going to have to realize when you're going to be viable in a certain comp, especially since you swapped a diva at the end, so I know you're flexible. You're not just a, I'm going to play this hero and that's it kind of guy. The pick here for you would probably be Lucio. Even with Lucio's less speed he has right now, it's still better than nothing. And he's still a very viable hero to like get stuff done with. Now, if you're just trying to practice your Ana, I understand that too. So if you're just practicing your Ana, your number one thing is cooldowns. Before we can start talking about, you know, positioning and mechanics and all that stuff, which of course is like little tips and trick stuff. So like when I was talking about, you know, when you're nading the grav and when someone's on you, nade self. Nading the ground. If there's a person on you, nade like your feet. That's much better than just hucking it at their forehead. Because if they have, like, it's like, let's say a tracer's on you, and you throw it at a tracer's head, and it just blinks by it, it's like, well, there goes that. Like, you just kind of lose. So, stuff like that is going to really make you better if you start learning to do it a little bit more. Your sleep darts were pretty good. 3. What was I trying to say? What did this turn in from? Don't wake your own sleeps. Smile. I hated to see that you got such a nice sleep on that Moira and then woke her up. So if you are going to have to wake up a target or there's a target on you, the combo, there's a better way to do it, but the most basic combo, it's not a one-shot kill. The most basic, easy combo to learn with Ana is shoot, nade, melee. Right. So the reason for that is because, like, how do I put it? It's just, you're able to get all of your cooldowns off, right? And do as much damage as you can before they can recall, blink out, fade, whatever it is. But you obviously want to have some kind of follow-up with it, and at least you put in like a good amount of like 130 or something like that damage. No, it's a little more than that. It's like, what is it? Hey guys, if you want to stay up to date with the latest, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, or join Discord. And if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. For more information on how to submit a VOD for review of coaching, please check the information in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching!